Carry on with a couple of songs from an album I did with a friend of mine who received some bad news about 10 years ago. Yes, he received the news that he had 1 year to live. That's not good news. That's really not good news at all. And when I heard that, his manager was a friend of mine. I told her to tell him, you know, let's just get in the studio, let's make some music, try and take his mind off the year. Anyway, we didn't do anything for 9 months, and in the 10th month of that year, we went into a little studio, no record contract, anything, just to make some music, just for fun of it. Just have some fun, do what we do. And by this time, Wilco's cancer, he had pancreatic cancer, he was diagnosed with that. It was huge, he looked like he was 9 months pregnant. It was really, really big. And he was a little bit shaky, but wobbly, but when it came to playing, he would kind of get it all together. And he was still Wilco Johnson, the man we all love. And anyway, we went on to someone, record company exec heard the record and said, I want to release that. And of course we said, yeah, no, why not? Why not? And of course when you sign record contracts, you don't realise there's a lot of strings attached. You have to go out and make a video, you have to go out and promote it, and you have to do interviews and all that. So anyway, we end up, and it's literally around about the 12th month of his 12 months to live. And we are on Radio 4 with John Wilson. And John Wilson, very straight-faced, asked Wilco, well, you're 12 months into your 1 year of living, after being given 1 year to live, you're obviously not well, because by this time it was even bigger. And what do the hospitals say, or the doctors say, when you go back? And Wilco kind of looked blankly and said, well, I never went back, you know. And of course that answer was so unexpected. It's such a rock answer. Wilco had never, they told him he had a year to live. He went, all right then. Toodled out of the hospital and would have waited to die because he would have been dead in between 3 to 6 weeks from where we were at that time. Anyway, just listening in was an oncologist and a surgeon who thought, well, maybe he's been misdiagnosed. We managed to get him to come in and have another check. And it wasn't on the inside of his pancreas, it was on the outside. So the surgeon then says to Wilco, I think I can remove it, but you will only have maybe a 5 to 10% maximum chance of surviving it. It's such a big operation, something this size has never been tried before, but I'm willing to have a go. And of course, poor Wilco, he can be dead in 3 to 6 weeks. And he's given this choice to make. It must have been, it couldn't have been difficult because he's got a chance, you know. But equally, it's serious surgery and it was going to be the last shot he'd ever have, you know. Anyway, as it turns out, he went through a very rough patch indeed for the next 6 months. And but it's good to say that he's still here today and he's playing like a demon. He's a wonderful, wonderful character. He used to be a school teacher. He's, you know, Wilco, you know, he's a funny, funny guy. He reads French poetry, medieval poetry. He's one of those brains that he's off with the fairies a lot of the time. But he's really lovely, and I love him dearly. Anyway, there's a couple of his songs which we do, and that album, by the way, the fairy dust on that album wasn't made by me. It was made by a harmonica player, and I have him here tonight. His name's Steve Weston. Man, he gave us the best blowjob I've ever heard on a harmonica. It was fantastic. And we're going to do a couple of tracks for Wilco now. This one is called Some Kind of Hero. That's the thing about Wilco songs, they're very short and sweet.